Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing my weekly video predictions for next week's episode of The Walking Dead. This one will be doing predictions for The Walking Dead Season 4, Episode 10, which is called Inmates. Alright, great. So as always, my videos do contain spoilers for anyone who is not caught up to current date for The Walking Dead Season 4, which will be before the premiere of Episode 10, right after Episode 9. If you guys missed my review for After, or if you haven't seen it yet, go ahead and click my channel name. You'll go to my channel and then click on the review. It should be the last video before this. I'll put the link in the description to the review as well, too. If you guys haven't seen it yet, definitely watch the review for last week's episode first, then come on back and see this video of my predictions for next week's episode, Episode 10. So Episode 10, called Inmates. Kind of a strange name, sort of like a name that you would think we would have heard back when they were actually at the prison, you know. That would make sense to then. I'm not exactly sure what Inmates refers to at this point. Maybe some of the characters are still at the prison, possibly. I don't know, maybe a couple of them or something. Or maybe we'll have a heavy concentration on Glenn in this episode. Glenn, Beth, Daryl, Maggie, Bob, and Sasha, who are probably still in a close vicinity to the prison. I'm assuming they went off in a different direction versus where Rick and Carl and Michonne went. So they went one way. I'm thinking the others, you know, all the people in this episode, all the survivors, went the other way. Now, we have a couple clips. We have 2 sneak peeks. And we have a promo. I'll put the link in the description to all 3 of them so you guys can go ahead and check them out. The first one is basically the longest. It's 1 minute and 13 seconds. And you have Daryl and Beth, who are basically sitting at a fire out in the wilderness. And Beth is talking to Daryl, telling him that they essentially, you know, need to find the others. The others could be out there. It's going to be daybreak soon, so they should start tracking. They should try to find them. Daryl seems like he has no motivation at all at this point. You know, I mean, he's lost his brother. He's lost, you know, so many characters over the course of the series that I'm sure he must imagine the worst. From his perspective of the fight, you know, he was there with the tank killing Mitch. Beth was right near him, but he doesn't know where Rick is. I mean, he is to maybe assume Rick is dead. The other characters too. I mean, how many does he really know? He must imagine that most of them are dead at this point, considering the governor's attack and all the walkers that were around and everything of the sort. He could only assume, I would think, that most of them are dead. So it doesn't seem like he has much motivation to try to go after them, but Beth is kind of giving him a little bit of a pep talk, so to speak, to get him up and going. And the next sneak peek we see is also of them two, where they're tracking and they find some blood. Daryl says it's not walker blood, it's fresh, it's human blood. But 12 walkers were, about a dozen walkers were trailing the people who were there, whoever it was. And then we can see a walker slowly coming up in the bush upon Beth, it seems like. And in another clip, I believe it's the returns clip, we can kind of see a little bit more of that. And it looks like Daryl's going to be batting him with the crossbow. So it'll be interesting to see how those two kind of get along over the course of maybe probably a few days to a week time that will probably pass during this episode, I am to imagine. You know, kind of similar to what we saw in After, which was, I think, about 3 days or so, it seemed like. 3 or 4 days, something like that. I'm assuming this episode will be somewhere along those lines chronologically. And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how Beth and Daryl get along, how they kind of play off each other, and where they go if they run into the others who seemingly are nearby. I don't imagine they're going to be running into Rick, Carl, and Michonne. I think they're going to run into the other group eventually, Bob and Sasha, or Glenn or Maggie, if Maggie's still with Bob and Sasha, or wherever she is, if they split up or whatever happened with them. We can't really tell based on the previews exactly which group is which. It looks like Glenn is totally by himself and that Maggie is trying to find him. We can see a scene of Glenn waking up. Now, some people have said they think it's the bus he's waking up from. In the promo video, I'll also put the link to that in the description, it does look like it's probably the bus that he's waking up onto, but I can't say for sure. The color is somewhat similar. I've seen the clip a good number of times now, but there seems to be a lot of rubble where he is. So the way they cut it in the promo, it looks like he's kind of shouting, and she's down, you know, kind of in front of the bus, seeing all this blood around. But her reaction to it is almost as if he's not up there or anything, or maybe he's unconscious or something, and she's come back to look around at the bus and basically doesn't see him there or sees all the bodies there and starts crying because she assumes he's dead. Something along those lines. So will they find each other this episode or soon? What's going to happen with the two of them? Probably the most interesting, you know, separation that we have of characters this season, because, you know, those two have always been together since season 2, right? Been very close, and now they're separated. So a lot of great emotion from the promo of Stephen Yeun as Glenn, of course, calling out Maggie's name. Looks good. It looks like we're going to really get to see a lot of that, and something about that seems tragic to me. I'm going to sound really stupid if they just meet up next episode or something, but something to me sounds like we're going to see some kind of, you know, interesting circumstance take place between those two, probably getting close but not finding each other, something of the sort. That's what I'm thinking they're going to go with it. And in terms of the previews, I mean, that's pretty much all we have at this point at the time I'm making the video. The description for the episode says, in the quest for stability and safety, the group faces many obstacles. So that's pretty vague. I mean, you know, there's not a lot of detail there. Many obstacles, it's like the group, but we don't have one group at this time. We have like 4 or 5 different groups, depending on how you want to look at it, right? Separated all over the damn place. So I'm thinking we won't see any of Rick. I don't think we'll see any of Carl this episode. Michonne, we got to see a lot of them, you know, in After, so I think they're going to be good for a while, and we're going to be focusing this episode on all the other characters that we did not see in After. Probably most interesting things, will Glenn and Maggie find each other? Will Daryl and Beth find any of the others at all? I tend to think they will, but maybe not right away. You know, maybe the following episode, or they'll get close, something like that. Tyrese is out there. Is he with the girls still? Is it Lizzie and her sister? You know, where are they at? Are they going to run into the others? And, you know, what's going to happen with all that? And is baby Judy still alive or not? That's something that we haven't found out yet. In After, we didn't get to see anything about it, so we have no idea. Rick and Carl think she's dead. So does Tyrese have her? Does he not? Do the girls have her? Lily and her sister, or Lizzie and her sister? I always do that. Or do they not? What will happen with that? Will we see Tara next episode? I think we probably will, from some of the you know, leaked pictures and stuff. Well, not leaked, but released pictures and stuff we've seen. And it just, man, really exciting stuff to see how this all kind of comes back together, and whether or not the groups ever do fully combine, you know, back together again 100%. Or if a few characters die, a few survivors die in trying to make that happen, or if we see an actual permanent separation of groups for the series and see The Walking Dead continue with maybe 2 main group storylines going on, or characters kind of disappearing and not returning. When's Carol going to return? Will she be this episode? Will she run into Tyrese this episode, or one of the other characters? It seems like it's going to be Tyrese from what's been shown, or, you know, will it be a few episodes down the road? Based on the pacing of the first one, it seems to me like it's going to be at least a couple episodes of them trying to find each other. So I don't think that we're going to see all the other characters meet up in this episode. I'd be very surprised if that happened. I think we'll see a few meet up. Maybe, you know, let's say Daryl and Beth meet up with, I want to say Maggie or Glenn, Bob and Sasha, you know, something like that. Them all being sort of close. Tyrese with the girls, maybe finding Carol this episode or the following one, episode 11. Something along those lines is what I'm predicting, what I'm thinking. And it seems like it's going to be similar in terms of pacing to After, I would think. Should be a fun episode, but, you know, the beginning of a new, bigger story arc. You know, the good guy versus bad guy governor thing is over for now. You know, we had a lot of that, and a lot of action, a lot of big things like that. Now we're going to get to see more survivor horror, which is what The Walking Dead is at its core. It is a advanced psychological psychologically stimulating, I guess I would say, emotional, character-driven, zombie apocalypse survival horror story, which is what this is. So good stuff. Pretty much all I have to say. Biggest things: Glenn and Maggie, what's going to happen with them? Who's going to meet up with who? Is Baby Judith still alive? I can't wait to... That last one there, is Baby Judith still alive or not? That's the biggest one for me. I just can't wait to figure that out or find out if she is, if Tyrese did grab her, or if she actually was dead. Let me know what you guys think. Let's do some predictions, and if you have any other info, please let me know. And that's pretty much all I got to say. I'll call it here. Let me know what you guys think is going to happen. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one. This is Trev, and I'm saying peace.